What's up everyone, Criddle here, and I wanted to show off my Sharen build. I have a very good Sharen build that does single target damage for boss killing, but when it comes to clearing AOE and doing things just randomly running around, she's not the greatest for doing that. So I wanted to make something that would be able to do that for me without having to switch characters and go on like a bunny. Now a bunny is much better at doing AOE clear than Sharen, but this is something that you can use to have something a little bit different and make a ninja Sharen build, as you saw in the video, the beginning of this video. But I wanted to go over a little bit of how it works. So you can use your stealth ability, and then you can get insane amounts of damage going here, up to 1,000,000 damage on a single shot. Another really cool thing about this is when you use your stealth ability, if you tap it twice like that, it will actually go off and then right back on. So, or it will go, I guess, go stealth and then go right back, and it doesn't have that long duration time. So when you hit that, you see how long it takes to actually go invis. So you don't have to worry about that. You can just double tap the ability and then you have it going, so you get that ambush going on over there. And another part of this that makes it really, really good is if with ambush, if you have ambush active, it instantly resets your active camouflage. So you can see that right here where the, ambush goes active, and then yeah, it resets your camouflage. So you can sit here and spam this ability over and over and over as long as you are constantly killing things and you have enough mana. So anyway, let's go over the items that are needed for this build. I would recommend getting a slightly better reactor than this, but this is a very, very good reactor. So if you get something like this, that is fine. Don't worry about your weapons at all, but I would try to find a reactor that does work with one of your weapons. I would recommend something like maybe the Thunder Cage for this particular build. So you have, the Thunder Cage gets you additional 20% more skill power on all your skills if you have a gold reactor here. At the bottom, I do recommend getting electric power, or you could go with fusion power boost ratio, and that crit damage is very, very nice because we do get a lot of crits, and I'm going to show you how we can even get more crits than what I'm currently getting in the game. And then Supernova is the set that I went with. This is not the most survivability set, best survivability set. So I would recommend maybe trying to find something, tweak this a little bit. You guys may be able to find a better way to make it a little bit better for survivability. But this one has shield here, max shield here, and then it has 2 defense on it. For the auxiliary power, I would recommend getting something with MP recovery out of combat. I'm going to show you why here in just a minute. And then maybe some max HP on here as your secondary effect or whatever that can go on there. So max HP and MP out of recovery or out of combat at gold rolls would be amazing on that. For this right here, you do want to have MP recovery in combat. You don't necessarily have to have that, but I like to have it on any item or any character that I play. And then max MP actually is not really needed here unless you just want to be able to spam the button a little bit more. And again, I'm going to show you why that max MP is not a huge deal. So then lastly, let's see, I'll go down here. So we have defense. Here you can get some electric resist, you can get double defense, whatever you want to get there for your second 2 abilities. And then here as well, whatever you want to get. I have max shield on this one, so you could get some more max shield, and then you would want to build for that. So that's what I went with on my external components. But let's take a look at the modules themselves. What you do have to make this work and turn Sharen into that ninja ability is this release cutting force. This allows you to be able to shoot your sword forward and do that slash that literally goes through any obstacle in the game. It'll go through any shield. It goes through literally everything unless the enemy is completely immune. So that's really nice. It'll go through like those dome bubble things, goes through all of that, much like the bunny ability does. But anyway, so that's how that ability works. And then these are the rest of the things that I would go with. You do want to add in as much of the damage as possible. So I have here focus on fusion. We have focus on electric. That's going to give you both the damage, extra damage to this ability, and it's going to give you cooldown. You do need a lot of cooldown for this. My cooldown, I got it down to 1.2 seconds, and that allows me to sit there and spam it. It's always active every time I use it, and then boom, I can use it again. So you do need to have a lot of cooldown, so I do recommend having nimble fingers. MP conversion here adds a little bit more cooldown as well. Lastly, you want to add in some skill crit damage and skill crit rate, and I'm going to show you the full overall stats on this in a second. Her base crit rate is 20%, and I believe her base crit damage is 1.5% or something along those lines, so you'll be able to do quite a bit more damage if you add these in. And then down here, I have double HP in here, but you saw that my components didn't have any HP on them, so you might want to swap this out with something like shield. So you could put increased shield in there if you have a bunch of shield, or you could put increased defense. And then here I do have spear and shield just for the extra attack power, and that's because of the way that I have my Sharen catalyzed. Because of my big damage build, I didn't want to mess that up. But if you wanted to just focus on this build over something else, you can do that and make this a lot stronger than I have currently made it. Something else that I would add in here would be the let's see, emergency measures here. I would add this one in right here into this free spot if you wanted to. You could take out the spear and shield, and you could add in front lines. And if you add both of those in, you're going to add another 96, I think, percent, let's see, crit rate, and then another 96% crit damage if those two are fully modded up or fully leveled up on the mods. And then you could catalyze both of those and then catalyze this, and that would be all of your catalyzed locations. So you would be able to fit all those in if you wanted to, and still, if you want to, you could take out these HP and swap them out with whatever, or you could keep one of the HPs in and do it however you want. So let's go over here and take a look at our actual stats. So you can see here that I'm doing 43% crit rate. Again, if we added in that emergency measures and front lines, that would do another 96%, which would get this well over 60% crit rate. And then our damage down here, our skill crit damage, would be somewhere around 5 times, which right now it's 3.5, but it would be somewhere closer to 5 times the amount of damage. So like 4.5 to 5 times damage. So you're going to be increasing your damage quite a bit just from those two mods that you could add in there. So I believe that is pretty much everything for this build. The last thing that I do want to cover, though, was why you want to go with the MP recovery out of combat. So if you see here, and I could spam this ability, I'm out of combat and I can spam this ability all day. Now, if we actually come over here and we summon in some enemies, you can see that I can't spam it all day because I'm in combat, right? So the cool thing about this, though, is you could be in combat, and then if you hit that C ability, whoops, I hit the V ability. If you hit that C ability and you go invis, as soon as you go invis, you're going to be regenning that mana right back up. So this is almost like a reload. Nothing will be able to see you. You regen your mana back up, and then you can instantly start attacking again, and you're going to get that ambush bonus when you start attacking again. So this basically has unlimited amount of usage in it. You can just run around, go invis, you know, hide in a corner for a minute, regen your mana, jump back out, and then just sit there and spam that ability again until everything is just destroyed. Anyway, hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. And come on over to my Twitch stream. I do stream daily. We've been playing a lot of this game lately and getting some matches with me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!